Today we're going to talk about duets and how to play duets. First of all, one of the things that I want to say is that duets are a duet's a composition for two players being played at the same time. Okay, both parts have different parts. So beginners often get confused because they're so used to playing the same line with a bunch of people. And my student today is an advanced student, and he knows how to play duets and listen to his melody. But the parts work like a gear, where we work off of each other. The parts work off of each other. What I'm going to do is we're going to play out of the Arvin book today, and we're going to do a duet on page 248 of the Arvin book. And it's the Air by Mozart. Okay, now let me explain something about this particular duet and the next duet that we're going to do. You have what's called an Alberti bass. Okay, now an Alberti bass line, okay, was something that was used in the 18th century a lot. Mozart used it a lot, and the composer Alberti, which it's named after, used it a lot too. But all the other composers of the classical era followed in suit. But it's basically an Alberti bass is a particular kind of an accompaniment figure in music, often used in the classical era and sometimes in the Romantic era, but mostly in the classical era. And it was named after Domenico Alberti, who used it extensively throughout, although he was not the first to use it. And the Alberti bass is basically an accompaniment figure. It's based on broken chords used in many sonatinas named after Domenico Alberti. Okay. And this style of, shall I say, left hand and accompaniment gets its name from the 18th century composer, as I just said. Okay. And it was also used by Haydn. It was used by Clemente, Beethoven. Well, anyway, we're going to play this piece. It's called "The Air" by Mozart. Okay, so what we'll do is we're going to take the first repeat, okay, and we'll not take the second repeat, okay. So this is a classical, just a great example of the Alberti bass line. All right, ready? Here we go. So I'll give you 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2. Nice playing. Very good. It's there are a lot of duets here in this book that's really they're great because you could use them as sight reading exercise for a state festival solo, or in New York we call it the NISMA Festival. Now we're going to play another example, okay, that's located on page. What's the page? We wrote it down. 261. It's 261? Okay. So this is another example of the Alberti bass. You know what? I think we'll play it 2 times, all right? Okay. So, okay, and this is on page 261, number 37. It's called the German song, okay? So when we get here,
just go right
into it. Okay? All right. Here's another prime example of the Alberti bass. So I'll give you 1, 2, 1, 2, bup, 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 bup. 1, 2, 1. All right. You know, you're just getting this right now. So, you know, you're sight reading it, which is very good. Okay. And you're doing a great job. Sounds good. So we're going to do the next thing we're going to do, okay, which is not an Alberti bass, but it's just a nice flow, okay? And this is the Carnival of Venice on page 263. It's number 41, okay? And when we do this piece, you're going to see how the parts work off of each other, okay? So I'm doing this. We're counting this with the dotted quarter. Dotted quarter gets the beat, okay? Now, in this manual, the dotted quarter goes to 120, but it's just going to be too slow if we use it at 120. So we're going to go a little quicker, more like... One, two, three, four, five, six. Pop, 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 pop. Okay? So it's kind of like a feel of two. Okay? We have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With the strong beats being 1 and 4. Okay? So we're going to try this Carnival of Venice. Ready? Get a sip of water. Okay. You ready? No repeats. Yeah. 1, 2, and 1. Very nice playing. Excellent job. Anyway, that's my tutorial right now on duets. And I also have another YouTube video somewhere in the line of videos about duets, but duets are also a great way to keep in shape. I mean, you can get lost for hours with a friend and play duets all day. And that's what I did, especially when I was a student at Juilliard. I'd find another trumpet player, and we would just play duets for hours. Well, anyway, I appreciate if you could follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Michael Klein Brass Instructor, on YouTube. So please subscribe and have fun practicing. Thanks.